to pop on to the show. I'm yours truly. Definitely, it has been a blast. We're almost out of 2018, headed into 2019. And tonight, I want to share with you some of the heroes of the Black, Ancient, Free, and Accepted Masons. Whether it be John G. Jones, William Gray, R.J. Fletcher, Frank J. Bobo, Willie F. Pope, um, these are just some of my heroes of the Black, Ancient, Free, and Accepted Masons locally, but there are some on a national level. We're going to be talking about those individuals who are really pushing the envelope, in Freemasonry. So tonight we're going to talk about those who have blazed the path and those who are coming behind them and looking at the future of Black, Ancient, Free, and Accepted Masons. And where do we go from here? We're headed into 2019 and the future looks bright. It looks awesome. So this is all about our heroes. This is what this is going to be about. And then afterwards, we're going to get into some other stuff. But right now, greetings, Brother Lewis. I'm going to be having Willie Yance has said that he was going to come on the show tonight, better known as the Grand Master of the Universe. That's his thing, and I appreciate him. So he's definitely going to be coming on. And definitely anybody else who feel that they want to call into the show, you're welcome to do that. But we're definitely going to be talking about the heroes of the Ancient, Free, and Accepted Masons. Black, Ancient, Free, and Accepted Masons. We're going to be talking about those who have blazed the path. Those who have long gone. Some of the names may be familiar to you, but and some people you may like, wow, I didn't know him. Who, So we just going to be calling out some names tonight. I'm going to give you some background on them, where they hailed from, and what they brought to Black, Ancient, Free, and Accepted Masons. We're talking about those who was, whether it be in the 20s, whether it be in the 1800s, whether it be in the 1900s. We're talking about those who have blazed that path. And how did we get to where we're at right now? There are quite a few different General Grand Masonic Congresses, but I tell you this, amongst those brothers who are part of the various General Grand Masonic Congresses, there is nothing but brotherly love. And I can truly say that because I've had the opportunity to fellowship with quite a few of them and to travel and to visit their, whether it be their Supreme Council session or be it their lodges. I've had that opportunity. And I want to say thank you and send a big shout out to them who have welcomed me into their homes. So definitely, we're going to get it on tonight. So sit back, relax, go get your popcorn. You might even want to go get some tea or something. And tonight, I decided to have some Pepsi. Just so you know, I'm having Pepsi tonight. So, we finna get down. This is probably the last show of the year, possibly. It all depends on what comes up tomorrow. But right now, we're going to get it in and we're going to make it happen. So here's to you. And definitely go get your popcorn because it's going to be a stone gas, honey. We're about to get it in. So I'm going to call up my good friend Willie Yance and see if he's about ready to do that. And we're going to get it in. And we got some Q&A that we're going to be answering tonight because some people have been asking questions and I have not been able to get back with them. But I'm going to answer their questions tonight. Okay? What's up, Brother Leo? What's going on, Brother Vincent? Who else I see up here? Brother, I don't want to mess nobody's name, but Brother Jackson, Brother Brown, Brother Gilmore, Brother Walker. Welcome, Brother Lewis. Greetings to everyone who's coming up. Brother Hans, I think that's Hassan, Hassan, Hassan. I hope I didn't mess your name up too bad, but definitely welcome aboard tonight because we're about to get it in. And if you got questions along the way, definitely, by all means, do that. Let us know what you want to hear and let us know what you want us to talk about. And as I said before, this platform is different than any other platform you're going to find when regarding to masonry. Every other platform out there is already pre-scripted. This is not scripted at all. This is live and direct coming at you. We welcome modern free, international, co-ed Freemasonry. We welcome everybody to this format. the Sisters of the Order of the Eastern Stars, whether you be Amaranth, the Golden Circle, whatever you may be in the Order of the Eastern Stars and in those pendant bodies, you're welcome to come on this show. We just open up to everybody. We talk about everything Masonically, everything OES. This is who we are. And this is where you come. I mean, if you just want to have an open conversation about stuff, I mean, legitimate things that happens in jurisdictions, this is it. I don't care if you're international. I don't care if you're modern free. I don't care if you HL, whatever your letters may be. You could be a 10-letter Mason. Right here is where we get down at. So if you wanna get down with the get down, have a good time, good conversation, this is it. This is it, bro. I mean, granted, you can go to those other shows and you can post pretty stuff. This show is not about pretty stuff. This show is about educating brothers and sisters about the order. Be whatever it is. This is really what I call grassroots, what I call street, what I call right here, right now. If you're Prince Hall, you're welcome to come on. You want to talk? You're welcome to. Don't be posting stuff and then you don't want to come on the show and back it up. Don't do that. So if you Prince Hall and you want to talk, let's talk. I give you the call-in number. Let's do that. You modern free and you want to talk, let's do that. International, let's do that. But just don't be posting messages after everything is over. You want to question everything, but you don't want to come on the show and really have a dialogue or conversation. You can keep that. Call me what you want to call me. But whatever you call me, let it be the child of God. So look, I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to call up my man, Willie Yance, and see what he got. See if he wants to come on. He told me he was going to do it. So I'm going to give him a call right now and see what's going on with Willie Yance. And don't forget, if you ain't having nothing tonight, go get yourself a Pepsi, Coca-Cola. Sit back, relax, and let's get this thing done. Brother Maddox, what's going on? Brother Walker, what's up, guys? Look, hey, Brother Yan, so look, I'm going to give you a number. You ready for this number? Brothers, don't go add nothing to your sodas tonight. Just relax. Don't add nothing, sisters. Just relax. We about to get down because I got the Grand Master of the Universe.
Okay, go ahead.
You ready? Your call-in number tonight, Brother Willie Yance, is going to be 619-286-0642.
286.
0642.
0642.
Yep, and tonight's topic is going to be about heroes in Freemasonry. Black, ancient, free, and accepted Mason heroes. So if you got heroes you want to talk about, Willie Yance, I want to hear about your heroes. Yancey. I guess he hung up. So I'm just waiting for him to call in. But yet right now, so let's take a look at some of these heroes that I'm talking about tonight. I'm talking about James H. Handy. I'm going to talk about John G. Jones, B.H. Steelyard, T.H. Brodus, C.L. Mitchell, G.C. Williams, J.C. Parker, C.H. Isaac, H.B. Turner, Clarence Wyckoff. I'm going to talk about William H. Dames. Those are some of the heroes that I know. Once again, let me name some of them for you. Of course, I'm going to talk about my man John G. Jones. I'm going to. So, John G. Jones, James H. Handy, B.H. Steelyard, T.H. Brodus, C.L. Mitchell, G.C. Williams, J.C. Parker, Charles H. Isaac, H.B. Turner, Clarence Wyckoff, William R. Dames are just some of the heroes that I'm going to talk about. I'm also going to talk about, what's his name? Brother Esau E. Baxter. He's my past most peaceful sovereign grand commander. He's one of my heroes. Definitely Frank J. Bobo, past Grand Master of the most wishful Sons of Light Grand Lodge here in California is one. Definitely my boy from Hamatari, Fletcher. Past Grandmaster Fletcher is a hero of mine. We're also going to talk about William Gray, who was the first Grandmaster of St. John's Grand Lodge of Chicago, Illinois. It was not John G. Much. So we're about to get that in. Also, let's check this out. So I'm going to name some more heroes out there for you. Okay, James H. Lewis, H.C. Scott, William H. Lee, okay, George W. Philly, Peter Lawrence, O.R. King, D.F. Seville. I'm quite sure y'all familiar with Brother Seville, right? What's the story behind Brother Seville? J.N. Newman, Thomas W. Logan, C.W. Newton, N. Robinson, J.O. Holmes, W.H. Johnson, and let's see, J.S. Britton, E.R. Oliver, Simon Haskin, Peyton W. Randolph, E.W. Shelton, J.K. Roy, J.W. Gaines. These the members I just called out to you, all of those names, along with Brother Fletcher, all of those names were part of the Southern and Western Masonic jurisdiction under the leadership of John G. Jones. They was under his leadership. Now, we're going to talk about Brother, let me see. I'm going to see if I can flip through this book I got here. We're going to talk about Brother J.C. White, Brother L.A. West. He's from Arkansas. So if you're living in Arkansas, you should know about Brother J.C. White, okay? Also, we're going to talk about, let me see. I think this brother here is Robert. Oh, yeah, of course, Robert F. Fletcher. J.J. Burnell, okay? He's from New York, all right? Brother J.J. Burrell. Let's see. All right, so those are just some of the names I've just thrown out there to you. So let's look at those individuals that I've just called out. All right, we're gonna talk about them. So one of the questions I'm going to answer tonight is, why is there nothing positive on the internet in regards to John G. Jones? Why is there nothing positive? When you look up John G. Jones, it says the father of bogus masonry. I'm gonna tell you this. The reason you will not find anything positive about Jones is because his name has been poisoned since he defectoed from Prince Hall, PHA. It's been poisoned, period. And you're not going to find anything positive about him unless those members who are part of the ancient free and accepted Masons post something positive about him. Plain and simple. His name has been mud for over 110 years, and I'm rolling with that. Same question for Freemason, period. Yeah. So, that's the thing. The reason you can't find anything in regards to John G. Jones positive, unless you come on this channel, is only because his name has been mud. It's been mud. And I would say to my Prince Hall brothers, I'm not saying all of you. I'm just going to say in the earlier days of this thing we call Freemasonry, his name became mud when he was so-called, to me, expelled or suspended in 1903. It's been mud ever since. So you know what? I'm rolling in the mud. I mean, call me what you want. I'm rolling in the mud. So we get down with that. That's called being blackballed for 100 years. The man is dead. Yeah, I know, bro. Yeah, it's called being blackballed for 100 years. Yeah, hey, Brother Muhammad, did you ever check out the information I sent to you about Freemason video? Next, I did. I did check that information out, Brother Shahid. And I was looking at that Freemasonry thing, man. And you know what? It's a nice video. I personally did not get anything out of it. I like the way they do business. I would tell you that. I enjoyed that part. And I just couldn't grab anything else out of it. Now, if you can point me in a direction that may be where it, where something may have come up and it was good news or good information, I'll take that. But I couldn't find out anything as I watched it that really kind of grabbed me. It didn't grab me. Mango Sanders. I forgot about Mango Sanders, the first Grand Master of the Ancient Free and Accepted Masons out of Washington, D.C. Yes, thank you for reminding me, Brother Walker, about Mango Sanders. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's very hard to find information about Brother Mango Sanders, only because you got to realize a lot of information that we supposed to have, because of the various breakdown in communications and the way things went in those days of Freemasonry, it's hard. It's just going to be hard unless you know someone that has information or have had information and they're willing to share it. That's the only way you're going to find out a lot of stuff in regards to Black, Ancient, Free, and Accepted Masons. So a brother was asking me the other day, I have a jacket that has 1877 on there. It says John G. Jones, 1877. So John G. Jones, 1877, for this jurisdiction represents the mere fact that in 1877, John G. Jones called a convention of colored Masons, okay? And he was elected the president of what they call at that time John G. Jones affiliation. Now you may ask me, where did I get this information from? I will tell you it is found in Core's Masonic Encyclopedia, page 449 under Negro Freemasonry. It has it right there. John G. Jones affiliation, right? And it tells you when he was elected as the president for that affiliation. 1877. This is before 1903 when he was so-called suspended. Think about that. If Jones is a member of Prince Hall Grand Lodge of Chicago, Illinois, why would he be elected to a group of Masons that is called John G. Jones affiliation? And they didn't expel him. They didn't suspend him. You tell me that. I'm just saying. See, it was said to me that I was unable to talk about Freemasonry from an open mind position. Let me tell you, brothers, I'm very able to do that. The fact of the matter is, I've asked members of the Prince Hall think tank to come on this show, and they have declined. They have not accepted the invitation. Traveling man, who's always on this, he peeps in. He don't come on the show during the live chat. He comes on the show after the live chat and like to put stuff in there, critique the video. I've even offered him to come on, but yet he said he didn't want to come on. So you know what? Don't be posting anything after the show if you don't want to come on. Period. Okay, so Brother Brown says, I have a copy of the history of the shrine, Ancient Egypt, Arabic, Order Nobles of the Mystery Shrine, 1893, 1993. You can have it if you like. I appreciate that. But there's a wrong date on that. When they say 1893, Ancient Egypt, Arabic, Order Nobles of the Mystery Shrine, that is misinformation. 1900 is the first meeting date of the Ancient Egypt, Arabic, Order of the Nobles of the Mystery Shrine. It's on their website. That is their first meeting date. Once again, the first meeting date for the Ancient Egypt, Arabic, Order of the Nobles of the Mystery Shrine is in 1900, right? They can't connect to 1893. See, they want to use Jones as their first imperial potentate, okay? But when 1900 came along, they didn't use Jones then. Come on now, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't have your cake and eat it too, sir. No. Where's that link? Which link are you referring to, bro? The Prince Hall website under the Ancient Arabic, under the Ancient Egypt Order of the Nobles of the Mystery Shrine state that in 1900 was their first convention, Brother Lewis. What about the Prince Hall website that was trying to downgrade you? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know they had a Prince Hall website about me. Shit, I must have ruffled some feathers. If you, I must have ruffled some feathers if you got a website talking about me. Oh my! What did I have? What have I done? I used to be ancient, free, and accepted, but I moved on to free and accepted due to relocation. I still don't think anything. Oh, I appreciate that, bro. You know what? That's what I'm talking about right there, bro. Uh, flying with I don't know, bro. I don't want to mess your name up. Flying with Chino. Flying with Chino. Look, bro. That's the way it's supposed to be. I understand if they tell you in your wherever you went. I understand if they say, you know what, you're here now, so your obligation is to us. I got that, but also you must realize you're still a Mason. And when you understand that, then there's no need for you're this or you're that, because once you're outside of those walls where you meet and you're what I've called in the public sector of Freemasonry, man, that stuff, that what letter you are, excuse me, what letter you are, that doesn't even count. It only counts when you are ignorant or not enlightened enough to understand Freemasonry goes beyond your boundaries. That's when that comes into play. See, I'm going to say this. An intelligent Freemasonry, an intelligent Freemason, understand that Freemasons goes beyond his boundaries, meaning beyond his Grand Lodge, beyond his affiliation, whatever it goes beyond that. That's an intelligent Mason. Now, when an intelligent Mason grabs that, then he's able to illuminate, or even a sister of the Order of the Eastern Star is able to illuminate herself or himself and understanding that, hey, I cannot just sit idly by and say I'm the only one in town when you're not the only one in town. That's an illuminated Freemason. That's a person who thinks freely without someone putting vice grips on the way you should think. That's my personal opinion. I want to get to understanding of both sides of PHA and A. Oh, well, bro, you know, the only thing I would say, Brother Leo, when you're saying you want to get the understanding, and keep an open mind. Don't put everybody in a box. If you don't put everyone in a box, you'll have a better understanding. You would definitely have a better understanding. I'm going to have to give Brother, oh wow, I'm gonna have to give a call back real quick because I don't know if Brother Willie Yance got the right number or not. Oh, definitely. The title talking about our brother Tony Muhammad is called Tony Muhammad Bogus Freemasonry. Wow. But you know what? They can talk about me. The funny thing is that they won't come on the show. Hello? Oh, they won't come on the show. So, you know, that's the thing about it. You could talk about somebody all you want to, but when you're not able to face them, hey, did you call in, bro? Repeat that? Oh, okay. All right. I just want to make sure you had the right number. All right. So my thing is this. If you're going to talk about me, at least talk about me face to face on the phone. Don't just call and don't just make group things about me. Hey, don't you just love it when people can talk about you but don't invite you on their show? Make me think. All right. Well, you know what? What I try to do is really keep an open mind. I'm going to say this here. I'm going to say something that they won't say. What they won't say is that there's truth than what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there's some truth in what they're saying also. The fact of the matter is when you're able to come to the table and say, yes, I agree with you. I don't agree with you because I don't see it from your point of view. That's a conversation. But when you can't do that, that tells me that your heart is pumping Kool-Aid. Your heart is pumping Kool-Aid. You can't stand the pressure. You can't stand the fire. If I invite you to come on the show because you think that you can type and leave me post and you want me to answer your post, but you can't come on this show live, your heart pumps Kool-Aid. Period. Your heart pumps Kool-Aid. Post the link. I can't find that link. Which link are you talking about, Brother Lewis? An open mind means that you are learning. Of course. Of course. See, look. For me, I have not drawn the line in the sand. You know, that's me. But a lot of brothers have drawn the line in the sand. You're this, period. I can't talk to you. You know what? If you can't do that, then, go and do your thing. Do you. I ain't begging to talk to you. I just offered you an opportunity to have a conversation. And if you don't want it, you don't want it. Period. You know? That goes to ask, were you? Yeah, they upset. They upset because I'm what they call that? When I was in school, there was some literature I read in regards to I think it's called Big Boy, something like that. I can't even think of the name of it right now, but it'll come back to me. Well, anyway, in this story, Big Boy wasn't afraid to walk into any store in the front door. He wasn't. And this was a time during the 60s and the 50s where segregation was happening. And Big Boy was a big black guy, all right? And he wasn't afraid to walk through the front door and ask, hey, here's my money and I'm buying this, and walk right on out. And they didn't say nothing to Big Boy, So what I'm saying is to you brothers, to you sisters, don't be afraid to know your works. The best thing you can do for your chapter, for your lodge, is to know your works. Everything else is secondary. I don't recognize you, that's secondary. The thing that you need to do is to elevate your chapter, elevate your lodge, bar none. When you're able to do that, you have illuminated your members. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And most people don't want to do that. They don't want to put the work in. People talk about doing the work, but they don't want to do the work. Most people say, well, Brother Hawkins, I like to talk to you, but I can't let nobody know. Well, if you can't let nobody know you're talking to me, then why even have the conversation? You want to know about the 96 degree, but but you don't want nobody to know that you want to know about it. Come on, brothers. It's all cool. I'm not trying to spill the beans and put you on Front Street, but I'm saying, come on now. You are a free thinker. You're a man. You are a woman. That's what I'm saying. You got to stand on something and don't stand on nothing. You have to stand on something or don't stand on nothing. Stay in the corner. Still in the corner. Or come out of the corner and hey, get involved. Don't just sit idly by. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And for my brothers down south, I'm from Mississippi. And I say it all the time. I'm going to be going back home here pretty soon. You know what? I have no problem when I go home. And brothers they know who I am when I go home. I have no problem at all. I have family that are Prince Hall Freemasons. Yes, sir, I do. And do we talk? Yes, we talk. Let's keep that real. Do you think we just go to the table and we just look at each other? No, we have that conversation. We don't do no Q&As, but do we talk about masonry? Oh, yes, we do. Let's just be real. We do. I have family members who are part of the Eastern Star under Prince Hall. Do we talk? Yes, we do. My grandmother is a member of the order. Well, she was a member of the Order of the Eastern Star under Prince Hall in Mississippi, Stringer Grand Lodge. Did we talk? Yes, we talk. Come on, don't do that to yourself and say what you don't do. You may individually don't do it, but let me tell you, brothers who have members in their families who have various membership in different fraternal orders, be it Modern Free International, Ancient Free Prince, they all talk. Now, there may be that occasion where they don't, but for the most part, they all talk. They all hold that conversation. They do. So let's not put it out and say, well, you're this. No, they all have that conversation. Believe me, family is stronger than Freemasonry if it's truly family. Period. And the bond that Freemasonry have within the family is even stronger. Come on now. You mean to tell me that if my family member is modern free and I'm Prince Hall, you mean to tell me you're not going to talk to him because he's Prince Hall, you're Prince Hall, and he's modern free? And both of y'all know the same stuff? Really? That's family, man. And if you're stupid enough to put Freemasonry before family, you have totally missed what Freemasonry is all about, bar none. Oh, but my obligation said I shouldn't talk to a clandestine Freemasonry. Well, look up the word clandestine, the real meaning. Even within Freemasonry, look that word up. And don't just apply it to everybody that you think that it may fit. Look it up. Come on now. So look, we're supposed to be talking about some heroes in the ancient, free, and accepted Masons. So let me tell you about this guy right here. All right. Let me see. I'm going to pick me one right now. Okay. L.A. West, 33rd of Arkansas. Okay. He was a member of the United Supreme Council for the Southern and Western Masonic jurisdictions. This is before John G. Jones' death. He's a famous Mason out of Arkansas. So if you live in Arkansas, you should look up L.A. West. He should be somewhere within your lineage, somewhere within your history. I mean, he was famous in Arkansas. Well-known black man, entrepreneur, did his thing. So you should look up L.A. West, 33rd of Arkansas. If you live in Arkansas. If you're living in Louisiana, you should look up J.A. Corners, Connors. Very well known Freemason. And he was let me see, it says, with him, he was so well known in Louisiana. The man owned a lot of property. He owned a lot of property, a wealthy man out of Louisiana. So look him up. His name was J.A. Corners, 33rd. Freemason out of Louisiana. Look him up. He's one of our heroes of the ancient, free, and accepted Mason. William T. Grant. If you're from Mississippi, you got to know about William T. Grant. If you ancient, free, and accepted Mason, you from Mississippi, you got to know about William T. Grant. Come on, you can't hold me short now. You can't do that to me. Windy City, what's up? The only child is in the house. No, that's wrong. I say you can't communicate in an open meeting. Doesn't say you can't befriend someone because of their faction. Okay. Who is John A. Bell? Oh, my goodness. Okay. John A. Bell was definitely a Mason out of Chicago. He also was part of the United Supreme Council, Southern and Western Masonic jurisdiction. Let me show you. I'm going to tell you where I got my information from. This little book right here is where I got most of my information from. Here's another book I got a lot of information from. This book right here is full of information. I mean, when I say full of information, brother, let me tell you, this book, bruh, this book is 757 pages of information, bar none. Hold on just a second. Hello? Hey, let me give you a call right back. This is your phone number? Okay, let me call you right back, okay? All right, love you. Okay, bye-bye. That was my grandchild. She calling me while I'm doing the show. You know you gotta answer that phone. But yeah, so look, this here book is called Freemo. It's called no, that's Freemo right there. LaTroy Freemo, okay? This book is no longer in print. It was printed in 2013, okay? It's no longer in print. All right. There's a part two coming out to this book. It'll be out pretty soon. And you might want to ask, who is this book by? This book here is by, let me see. I want to make sure I don't want to mess nobody's name up. This is my brother right here. Christopher Taft out of St. Joseph Grand Lodge of Texas wrote this book. If you're talking about a book that's full of everything and every information, bro, this book has it all. But back to John A. Bell. John A. Bell was a part of the United Supreme Council for the Southern and Western Masonic jurisdiction. He sure was. And later he developed or organized the John A. Bell of Grand Lodges. He started out of Chicago too. He sure did. And I ain't got nothing but love for the man. That's just me. Do you know the full name of L.A. West? I do not know the full name of L.A. West. This is just the abbreviated name that they gave me that I have in this particular book that lists those individuals who worked with Jones during his time under the United Supreme Council for the Southern and Western Masonic jurisdiction. They don't give me his whole name. They just says L.A. West. Extends our cable tow to ancient free. Oh, okay. I appreciate that, bro. Out of Florida. I appreciate that. Thank you for extending your cable tow. Only child, I was raised in Arkansas, Little Rock. Well, hey, if you was in Little Rock, Arkansas, look that name up, and I'm quite sure you'll come across it. I'm definitely sure you will come across it. So, what if I told you? What if I told you that? Hold on, I want to make sure I read this right. Okay, so we often talk about Jones getting it. No, not Jones getting it, but H.C. Scott. You hear the story about H.C. Scott in Romania, the chartered Grand Lodges and all. You hear that story, okay? Let me tell you this here. Here's some facts. This is not no rumor or hearsay stuff. This is a fact. The fact is, nobody can prove or disprove that Romania dealt with H.C. Scott. The only thing is that there's no documentation as far as what actually occurred. There's none. So people would say if there's no documentation of what happened, then it never happened. That's not true. And as far as my belief, I don't have one because I don't see anything in front of me saying that he did. And the stuff I see that says that he did doesn't really match up. I'm just being honest with you. Now, here's a fact in regards to Romania and John G. Jones. I'm talking facts. I'm not talking a hearsay. So in 1904, Jones indeed visited Romania in 1904. In 1903, they said Jones was suspended from the Grand Lodge or expelled from the Grand Lodge of Illinois. Be it John Jones Lodge number 7. They say he was expelled, suspended. However, in 1904, as the most puissant sovereign grand commander for the Southern and Western Masonic jurisdiction, Jones finds himself in Romania, and there's documentation to back it up. And you're probably saying, no, no, no. Yes, yes, yes. Jones indeed personally went to Romania in 1904. And I'm going to tell you where this has come from. I'm going to tell you exactly where it comes from. This comes out of the Bee, a Washington Bee newspaper. It says The Grand Lodge of Romania did provide a charter to the most wishful lodge of DC. That was my question. That was my question. Did they indeed provide a charter for the Grand Lodge of Washington, D.C.? Now, I'm going to tell you, I can't prove it. Brother Oliver Spencer would say they did. And I'm okay with that. Okay, I am. I'm okay with that. Some brothers may say, no, that never happened. You know what? I can't prove it, nor can I disprove it. So I let it be. If I can't prove something or disprove it, I let it be. It ain't my fight no more. Now, but I'm going to tell you this. This right here, I don't know if you can see it, but it talks about Jones in 1904 out of the Washington Bee, and you can look this up out of the Washington Bee newspaper, Washington, D.C. It says that John G. Jones visited Romania Supreme Council. Okay? That's a fact. That's not hearsay. And what happened is that Jones at the time, they was working in regards to amenity amongst the Supreme Council, Southern and Western Masonic Supreme Council, and the Supreme Council of Romania, 1904. And they indeed recognized each other. So when that news got back to the mainland, how do you think that sounded? The Grand Lodge of Romania now recognizes ancient free and accepted Masons. So in conclusion, that's what it all started from. That's where it comes from. Okay? Now, I'm going to add to it. So, not too long ago, and you heard it in my last video, Brother Ollie Spencer, the Grand Master of Washington, D.C., ancient free and accepted Mason, went to Romania. He went back to Romania. Okay? And now they have that agreement of amenity amongst themselves. The Grand Lodge of Romania, the National Grand Lodge of Romania, because there's two, one of them recognizes the Grand Lodge of Washington, D.C., where Ollie Spencer is now Grand Master. So what are you going to say now? And I would say this, the same thing in regards to my own Grand Lodge. The regular Grand Lodge of Romania, we now have amenity with. We've had it for 5 years. So what are you going to say? When you say, well, the Grand Lodge of Romania don't recognize you, what are you talking about now? Now what are you going to say? You can't say that now because we have sewn that up. It's a done deal, brother and sisters. It's done. So that conclusion, that whole, it's over. It's done. Period. What month did John G. Jones, visit? Hold on, let me get that for you. Okay, it says the Supreme Council, Scottish Rite, 33rd degree in the United States is recognized by the Supreme Council, Scottish Rite, Mason of Romania. Good news has reached the colored Mason of the United States, are congratulating each other upon the efforts. The White Supreme Council of the Ancient Accepted Scottish Rite, Masons of Romania, which body is composed of entirely of white Masons, amongst whom are some of the most learned and scholarly Masons in that country. Romania is the kingdom of the Southern Europe. Southeast Europe, and has a population of over 6 million. This is at that time. They have officially recognized the United Supreme Council of the Ancient Accepted Scottish Rite, Southern and Western Masonic Jurisdiction, United States of America, its territories and independence, which is presided over by the illustrious John G. Jones, 33rd Chicago, Illinois. Negotiations between these two distinguished bodies of Scottish Rite Masons have been proceeding for some time, but it was only recently that the work was accomplished. The correspondence was conducted by the illustrious John G. Jones, 33rd of Chicago. They have also extended him a fraternal and cordial invitation to visit their country and attend the next annual session, their Supreme Session, which will be held in 1902. Okay? He went in 1904, but this is 1902. Okay, prejudice amongst people all over the land is now rapidly dying out, and the people thriving to the thriving in the farther ongoing of God and brotherhood of man. Okay, so you asked, when did this take place? What month was this? This was in the month of May. Okay, the month of May, and we're talking 1902 when they sent this, and we're talking 1904 when it all came together. Jones was supposed to be expelled in 1903. Talk back to me. I'm just saying. Talk back to me. Now, let's look this up. Now, in 1903, check this out. Let me tell you who were the officers of the United Supreme Council, Southern and Western Masonic jurisdiction in 1903. Okay, so we have Henry C. Scott, which is known as H.C. Scott. Okay, we have John M. Washington. Okay, we have Daniel Williams. We have Charles L. Bland. We have William H. Lewis. We have Alfredo H.T. Walker. We have James H. Matthew. We have Julius Jackson. Alexander. I don't even know what that name is. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm not gonna even do it. We have Richard Johnson. James H. Howard. We have Mills W. White. J.E. Pratt. Alexander Payne. We have Alex DeBar. We have W.J. Harris, George H. Hunt, J.W. Green, and John G. Jones, who is the most puissant sovereign grand commander. I'm just saying, this is in 1903. Okay? So, these are heroes. Those individuals, to me, are heroes. That's who they are to me. Now, I don't know how some of you may feel, but when I do my own history on the ancient free and accepted Masons and the United Supreme Council up until the death of John G. Jones, those individuals are trailblazers, bar none. They are truly trailblazers. They laid the foundation of the ancient free and accepted Masons, in my personal opinion, from knowing the history. Okay? No longer in print. Okay, what I can do, if you want copies of this, okay, like this one here, as you see, I said the Washington, okay, so you can look this up this came out of the Washington Bee. This is March 22nd, 1902. So if you look this up, you can find it in the Washington Bee. You can probably look in the archives and find this information right here in the Washington Bee. So I'm not coming to you without information and facts that you can read about what happened. No, I'm telling you, this happened. And also, you remember when they said that Jones went over to Luxembourg, I think in 1912 or something like that. He supposed to went over there and then it was said that he didn't go and all of that stuff. Well, I'm going to share some information with you. Something that I have in my own particular archives. Let's see. I just had it too. I'm going to say this here. So, it is said that Jones went to visit over in Luxembourg in 1912, 1914, something like that, okay? I'm going to tell you this. In 1965, there was a committee. This is facts. I'm talking facts. That went back over, okay, to the Congress of Grand Lodges. Okay? This happened in 1965, okay? This happened in 1965. All right? And these brothers here, I'm going to tell you, it says delegates from John F. Kennedy Airport, New York, on Friday, August the 6th, 1965, to attend the World Masonic Congress Convention in Beirut, Lebanon. So you don't tell me that we don't travel. You don't tell me that the world don't know about who we are. The fact of the matter is that we have not extended that branch. We have not extended, and we don't travel like that no more. Most of us don't leave the United States like that no more. If you're talking masonry, that's what happened. This is why we're where we at. You know? What's up, brother? Greetings, brother Christopher. Welcome aboard. Oh, he said, what's the name of the book? The book is called LaTroy Fremo. That's the name of the book. Okay? And I don't think it's no longer in print, but God, I'm so happy I got a copy. And you know what? The brother who wrote this book sent me a copy, and he wrote his name in it. He wrote it to me, and I'm grateful. I am. You know, and it is just packed with information, direct information. You know, but he's doing another one. He's getting ready to do another one. Now, I'm gonna share this for you. I'm gonna share this with you. What if I told you they took the charter from the superior's body, which is presided over by them? What if I told you that there was a group of white Masons who joined the United Supreme Council under John G. Jones? What if I told you that? You'd probably be like, you're lying. That did never happen. No white Masons would want to join Jones. No. Yes. This happened in 1904. March the 12th, 1904. This is called the Broad Day, a Broad Axe. The Broad Axe, okay? The Broad Axe. Newsline, 1904, right here, okay? This story right here is about a group of Masons who are white who joined John G. Jones, okay? Now, you can look that up for you. I'm quite sure you'll be able to find this if it's in the newspapers and things like that. And look, I don't agree with everything that is written in the newspaper. I don't. That's the truth. I don't. However, during that time, that was the only way of, they didn't have the internet. You know, they didn't have all of this communication we have now. The only thing they had was newspapers. So a lot of stuff was printed in the newspaper. So I will take that. I will take that. I will. So this goes on to say that white Masons with John G. Jones. It says John G. Jones, 33rd of Chicago, Sovereign Grand Commander of the United Supreme Council, ancient and accepted Scottish Rite, 33rd degree of the United Supreme Council of America in jurisdiction, the Imperial Potentate, the Imperial Grand Council of the Mystic Shrine of North and South America received last week the report that the illustrious deputy W.H. Nelson, 33rd, of 55 Gang Street. This, okay, I'm mispronouncing that word. It's not Gang Street. It's Grigga Street, Chambers, Massachusetts. If you live in Massachusetts, you may be able to look that street up. Okay? That he's Solomon consistory of the ancient accepted Scottish Rite of Mecca Temple of the Mystic Shrine. Consistory so there was consistory and a temple that joined Jones. The consistory in the temple is composed entirely of Cambridge, Massachusetts Masons, who are predominantly of the Masonic order and who are white. They took a charter from the supreme body, which is presided over by the illustrious John G. Jones. They recognize him as the only legitimate head and authority in the United States of the Mystic Shrine in the consistory of the Scottish Rite. Come on. Look, these are our heroes. I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm reading you from newspaper articles. This is 1904. This is supposed to be a year after Jones has been expelled from the Prince Hall Grand Lodge of Illinois. Something ain't right about all of this information. See, they have their information and we have our information. The fact of the matter is no, I'm not gonna say nobody wants to come to the table. They don't want to come to the table and have a conversation. They don't. Because every conversation they have is one way. Now, do with everything Jones did? No, I don't. I don't. And I know Jones was Jones was a bad mother. Shut your mouth. He was. And I don't agree with everything Jones did. However, I will say this. Jones was no fool. Neither was Seville. Neither was Brother J.C. White. Neither was H.C. Scott. These guys were smart and intelligent Masons. They were no fools. Now, granted, everything that happened then, it happens. But you know what? I'm not going to throw them away. First of all, they're black men. Secondly, they're Masons. Thirdly, they're my brother, period. And I'm not going to throw them away because they may have did whatever they did. You know, that's crazy. That is just crazy to me. Hold it one more time. Got it? All right. All right. So in 1910, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 1910, Knights Templars amongst the ancient free and accepted Masons was organized in 1910. Okay. In 1910, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is where the Knights Templars were organized amongst the ancient free and accepted Masons. Period. 1910. You want? I got it right here. Okay. See the year? So you won't be saying I'm just giving you some crazy information. Nope. I'm backing everything I say up where you can find it and get the information you need. That's how I'm doing that. Oh man, you can't be doing. You just text my phone and Okay, let's see what you said. Hey, brother, this is brother. Okay, brother Walker. I'm watching live. I was okay. Conference in August. The Grand Master from Romania, Libya, Jerusalem were there. Even went to come back to have a meeting with the ancient Phoenix. Please read this information for the brothers from North Carolina. Okay, brother Walker. This is what brother Walker sent to me via text. He said, hey, bruh, this is brother Romania, Libya, Jerusalem were at their event. And they came back to have a meeting with, they want to come back and have a meeting with the ancient free and accepted Masons in the United States. Please read this. Hey, all I'm saying is this. The ancient free and accepted Masons have always been well known throughout the United States and beyond its borders. The fact of the matter is we stopped traveling. We broke off communication with those foreign bodies and dignitaries. That's what happens. That's why when people say, do you have communication with Romania? I can say, yes, we do. And I can definitely speak for my Grand Lodge. We do. And those who are part of Ollie Spencer and that body of Grand Masters and what they can say, yes, they do. So there you have it. So that theory is thrown out the window. You can shoot a basket on that. That's old now. It's done. No, white people aren't special. But you have to realize that I'm going to say this here. No, white people are not special. But when you're dealing with black people, when you're dealing with us, it seems that their word carries a little bit more weight than our own word. So this is why people like to throw up. Well, Grand Lodge of England recognizes us. Well, the Grand Lodge of Romania recognizes us. This is the only reason why. No, white people, as far as I'm concerned, are not special. It is where we put them. Most of us put them in a special place. Let's be real with that. Most of us who are Masons put white Masons in a special place. We do that. So you can't, because the first thing we'll say, well, I visit that white lodge. And what that means. So you did. And what that means. Because they recognize you, that makes you better. Because they may say, you my brother, that makes you better. You better watch out and read your history. I'm just saying, aware of who you're dealing with. And I'm not putting everybody in a boat. I'm just saying my history tells me a whole. So I'll leave it at that. So when you brothers, be it whatever you may be, and consider yourself to be, when you say that you can do this with this particular brother who may be white, when you say this particular brother is white and you taking his word over a black man's word, you have an issue. I would not take, I'm speaking for me, has nothing to do with my Grand Lodge, my lodge, or I'm saying it for me. I'm not going to take another man's word, white man's word, hear me clearly, over my brother's word. Now, you can call me crazy if you want, but call me Crazy Joe. I'm not going to do it. That's me to you. I don't care who you are. Prince Hall, International, Modern Free, Ancient Free and Accepted, Co-Masonry. If I'm not going to do it. No. Like one brother was saying, well, Brother Hawkins was talking in Freemasonry Unlocked, and he didn't recognize Brother Freemasonry Unlocked as being part of co-ed Freemasonry. Freemason, brother, you can take that or let it alone. That's my brother. Period. I respect him. The brother is very knowledgeable. He's enlightened me on some things that I didn't even know. So I'm taking that and I'm running with that. Now, until he and I have a falling out, which I don't suspect to happen anytime soon because of our relationship, no. You're not going to do that. You're not going to throw a brick at him and say, well, I didn't recognize him. I recognize him. Period. Now take that or let it alone. You heard that from me. All right? So, now, that's the end of that. So I'm going to go on. It's not about black and white. It's about legitimate and bogus. Oh, here we go. The traveling man. I'll tell you what, the traveling man. Why don't you call into the show? 619-286-0642. And let's have that conversation about legitimacy. Because you need to explain to me, how did one lodge, how does one lodge charter another lodge? You need to explain that to me. And then that lodge charters another lodge. No lodge has the authority to charter any lodge. And you might want to be saying, well, where did you get that information from? You need to read your history. Didn't you not? What's going on with that? Come on. Let's have that conversation, traveling man. Call into the show. If you want to talk, don't just post. Call in and let's legitimately have a conversation. Let's agree to disagree and let's have that come, because I may learn something from you and you may learn something from me. So we can do that. We ain't got to sugarcoat anything. Let's just be upfront. All right? Since you're talking legitimacy, you know, so I'm not legitimate according to who? According to you? Man, you must be straight out of a comic book. Because you know what? This brother right here, oh yeah. You watch what's going to happen this summer. You ain't seen nothing yet. Every year in the summertime, I hit the road and I travel. I go to various jurisdictions, visit their grand session. I fellowship. That's what I do every summer. I've been doing it for the longest. So we can do that. We can have traveling man. You got the balls, or is your heart pumping Kool-Aid? You need to call in, brother. Let me give you that number once again: 619-286-0642. You can call in. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. The line is clear. So I know a lot of people can sit behind and type, but when you got them on the phone and you can have that dialogue, I'm not looking to argue with you. I'm looking to have a dialogue, a conversation, because my line, I've drawn my line, my line in the sand is that, look, I'm just as much a Mason than you are. You are just as much a Mason as I am, according to your jurisdiction. Period. Your jurisdiction recognizes you as a Mason. So me recognizing you as a Mason doesn't hold water. You recognizing me as a Mason doesn't hold water, bruh. It doesn't. So let's have that conversation. Traveling man, let's do that. I hear much about PHA, PHO, modern free, AF and M, but nothing about ancient free and accepted Mason. Well, bruh, here's that channel. This channel is dedicated to us. Now, I bring everybody else in because it's not like that here. This channel is dedicated to the ancient free and accepted Masons. However, we also welcome our brothers who are PHA, our brothers who are PHO, our brothers who are modern, free, and international. Look, I'm pro-black on anything. Period. You can call it what you want to call it. I'm all about lifting my people up. I don't have time for the division on small stuff. You know, my thing is to lift you up, help you up, and keep you up. If you ain't about that, then you kick rocks and move on. Raw Touch Mobile detailing. Bruh, he just has not been on this road long enough. Don't mean time, but traveling. Bruh, look. I was reading one of his posts. He said that even though I have been traveling for 35 years, close to it, I don't know enough. That's what he said in one of his posts that he posts. So I'm telling him tonight, since he's on the live chat, that he needs to call in. And if he doesn't call in, then his heart must be pumping Kool-Aid. Because any person who wants to really have a dialogue in this show, you really want to talk, you can call in. You can do that. This is not that type of show. See, all them other shows, they want to scream. They want to scream the caller. They don't want you to call in. You know, they don't want to. No, you can do that here. Do you go letting them take you out of your character to be a man? Oh, no, bruh. No, I'm not going to let them take me out of my character. What I'm saying is this, and I appreciate that, Brother Brown. I appreciate you. No, it's not about taking me out of my character. It's about standing up for that which you know is right. I'm not always right. And if I'm not, I'm willing to accept that. But I'm not going to sit idly by and just allow people to continue to belittle those who are of the ancient, free, and accepted Masons. I'm tired of just letting people just walk over and say, you're clandestine, you're bogus, let it alone. No. No, I'm just as much as a Mason as the next person. Period. I don't care how big or how small your Grand Lodge is. I meant to say ancient. Oh, okay. Oh, Brother White, look at you. You're on tonight. Welcome, Brother White. This is one of those brothers, Walker Lodge members. Oh, okay. I mean, start letting them take you out of your character to be a man and a Mason. Oh, okay, Brother Brown. I appreciate that. And see, here's the thing. When we're looking at those individuals that I just called out earlier, how they laid the foundation, they were not perfect individuals, but they were Masons, and they was passionate about being a Mason. And I'm quite sure most of you, if not all of you, sisters of the order, you're passionate about being an Eastern Star. You're passionate about being a part of the Herons of Jericho. You're passionate about being in the Rolls of the Seven Seals. You're passionate about being part of the Daughters of Sphinx. You're passionate about all of that. And there's nothing wrong with that, sisters. There's nothing wrong with your passion, brothers. Sometimes our passion can get in the way. So we have to learn to subdue that passion. I'm not saying put it out, but subdue it in such a way to when you're speaking like I speak, and I get so wrapped up in it sometimes, I have to pull it back and realize that I'm not going to always be right, and neither am I going to always be wrong. And grabbing that, that's why I challenge brothers. That's why I challenge sisters. Call in. If you got a question, call in. We can look this information up. We can have that dialogue. But if you don't want to have the dialogue and all you can do is stand behind your keyboard and type, and you don't add nothing to this show, you can kick rocks and keep moving. Everybody got the, I'm drinking Pepsi tonight. I don't think Pepsi and Coca-Cola is really good for you, but I'm just, it is what it is. I wish I had some tea. Hold on just a second. Hello? 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 That says Brother Jackson. Ismail, Brother Jackson, I can't hear you. Call in. If you're going to call me tonight, call in on 619-286-0642. If you're going to call me tonight, and Brother Jackson was trying to call me on my phone right here. Wow. I'm going to see if I can call him back. But anyway, so this is where we're at with this thing we call Freemasonry. We should be able to have that conversation.
How you doing, Brother Hawk?
Brother Jackson, you need to call me back on another line. Would you please?
What would be a good line to call back on?
619.
Hold on. Let me get this down. I sure tried to call into the show, but I was unable to get through.
Okay.
All right. 619, okay.
619-286
286, okay.
06
06
42.
42. I'm calling back right now as soon as I hang up.
Well, call back, Brother Jackson.
I most certainly will.
All right, then, later.
All right.
Well, there's Brother Jackson. He's like, I'm going to call you, bro. I appreciate it. Dang, we've been on here an hour and 13 minutes already. Bro, look, this has been a great year. And I appreciate everybody who subscribed to this channel. Man, my heart, I really appreciate you calling in to the channel. Yes, the traveling man is PHA, Brother Lewis. Yes, Brother Lewis, he's PHA. That's from my understanding. I was on a group, let me tell you, I was on this group called The Lies of PHA, and I posted on that group. And I invited anybody from that group to come on. I invited anybody from that group to come on the show. Nobody wanted to come on the show. So you either telling me a couple of things. Either you're so hell bent on believing that you're right, or you just don't know how to take it. Hello?
Hey, how you doing, Brother Tony Smith?
Hey, bro, how you doing there?
I'm all right.
You hear me okay there? Brother Jackson? Hello? 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 Well, I had him for a minute. Hello? I guess I lost him. Well, hopefully he'll call back. Hopefully he'll call back. So here we go. Well, I'm just saying, come on with the knife and forks. Oh, for real. I'm just saying, if we gonna do this thing, let's do it. Don't hold back. Don't be sugarcoating nothing. This organization amongst Black Masons, period, is a great organization. I'm proud to be a Mason, ancient, free, and accepted Mason. And I'll say it again. If you are modern, free, international, Prince Hall, PHA, PHO, if you are John G. Bell, you should be proud of your organization. In the process of you being proud, that doesn't give you the right to shit on any other organization. Excuse my language. You're right. Oh, your paperwork ain't right. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like a person who's traveling and he come across a white man who tells him, let me see your paperwork. Who your master be. That's my opinion. Okay? That's my opinion. I'm just saying. I don't know what happened to that bro. Did I lose? Let me see if I can call him back real quick. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think my call dropped.
Okay, well, call the number again, Brother Jackson. I'm waiting on you. It's hot right now, bro. It's hot.
Come on, I'm calling right now.
Call back. All right. Bro, you know, hey, bro, everybody that's on this show tonight, all the sisters that's come on this show, and I appreciate Sister Jones. She's been hitting me up, and I appreciate her. And I send a shout out to her jurisdiction. She never did tell me what jurisdiction she was a part of. It doesn't really matter. She's a member of the Order of the Eastern Star. I send her a shout out. Sister William, Diane Miller, Kellen Reed, Irma Jean Smiley, Sister Walker. I don't know. I forgot Sister first. All of my sisters of the Order of Eastern Star. Hold on. This should be him right here. Hey, bro, you good?
Yeah, I think I'm good now. I should be good.
All right, talk to me then. Talk to me.
Okay. The point that I was gonna make, and I want AFAM brothers to hear this. Would it be safe to say that we can consider Romania to be one of our, as they may say, what, landmarks?
Repeat that again now.
Would it be safe to say we could consider Romania to be one of our landmarks where we became established at?
You know what? I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't say that?
I wouldn't say that because Romania did not establish us. We was already established. The ideal is that they were one of our contacts abroad.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Okay, so I wouldn't say that they was that they was a landmark for us. I would just say that they was a contact abroad. And what has happened is that we've lost those contacts abroad. And I would say to Grandmaster Ollie Spencer, and people can agree to disagree, and I would even say to my Grandmaster Kevin Sanders, who have mended those bridges with Romania. The ideal is for other Grandmasters to do the same thing. So we keep screaming Romania, but if you haven't mended those bridges, can you really say that?
Right, I understand that. If you haven't reached out, correct.
Right. So
that makes sense. But see, my thing is, was my biggest hangup was what I don't understand, and I kind of feel like you with this. What I hate to say is our own. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they won't accept us and they'll tear us down, but when it comes to the other ones, they will not say 2 words to them.
No.
And
go ahead.
You know, they won't say 2 words, and they won't say anything to them about their quote unquote, which they misuse the word. You know how they abuse and misuse the word clandestine.
Right.
And you're looking like, really? Serious?
Well, that's because a lot of people don't really look up the definition for it. They believe what somebody's already told them. You know.
I like to read certain things for yourself. Don't just like you do. You do research. You just don't go on what someone tells you. You may listen to what they have to say, but you research it. That's what I tell our brothers to do. Research. Don't take my word on anything. Research various things. You know, a lot of people have tried to make John Jones seem like the devil himself. I'm like, how can you really even say that?
Right.
Just because, okay, there's so many brothers who went from, let's say, like one jurisdiction to another, so that make them wrong.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I feel that that's wrong, and I tell them all the time, I'm like, okay, they want to put Mr. Prince Hall up on a pedestal. I have nothing against Prince Hall nor their brothers, but the thing about that is, there was a time when Prince Hall was working without a charter until he got all this stuff from the Grand Lodge of who? England. We weren't worried about England because our stuff came way before England.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm referring to when I say that, I can get real deep on that, like I know you definitely can. I'm like, you guys want it to be accepted by someone else who really, to some extent, did not even care about you.
Mm-hmm.
And bothers me about some of the PHA brothers. You know what I'm saying? I don't disrespect them. If I see them, I shake their hands, I will embrace them. But if they don't want to embrace me, I step away from them.
Right.
And that's the one thing that's why I have my hang-ups about that. And I'm like, you guys want to shoot down John G. Jones, but look at your own history. Now that you got accepted by someone who really didn't accept you in the beginning, now it's like you can shoot down everybody else?
I'm going to say
they don't
this.
want to be in your jurisdiction? Come on, that's wrong. Always has been.
I'm going to say this. Anytime I'm dealing with white people,
mm-hmm.
and there's no disrespect to individuals, but anytime I'm dealing with white people and they're dealing with me or they have accepted me, I'm always looking for the hook. I am.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, some people may say that's paranoid. History has shown me that this group of people have not meant me any good. I'm not putting everybody in a box. I'm not. I'm just saying history has said that this particular group of people really can't be trusted. Now, I can't say that I can't put everybody in a box, but I'm just saying what history has said. Now, and in saying that, if you choose me, if you choose them over me, what does that say about you?
My whole point.
No, I'm not going to. If a brother, a white brother says, "Hey, brother Hawker, we cool, we are," and I would do things for you according to the Masonic thing, according to all of that. Yeah, we good. But history says I should be aware. That's all I'm saying. Period.
Caution.
Because
it is, right there. Caution.
Every time we have reached our hand out to assist or to aid, tragedy has followed. I'm just saying, look at your history. You ain't got to look at me. You ain't got to listen to me. Look at your history. Did they? I'm not going to say that they did this or did that, but let's look at this here. The bombing that happened in 1964-65 in Birmingham, Alabama, right? Of that church, right?
Right.
That was done by white Masons. I'm just saying. Let's look at Medgar Evers, who was shot. He was shot by a white Mason. I'm just saying. Okay? I'm looking at that not recently, a couple of years ago maybe. You remember when that guy drove that truck down and killed those people in North Carolina, the young lady? That car had a Masonic emblem. That was a Mustang. The truck had a Shriners emblem. Come on now. It wasn't us.
Exactly.
I'm just saying we should be cautious. I'm never saying I should not trust a brother Mason. I'm saying, as always, in the first degree, I'm cautious. Now, you could take that or let it alone.
Teach you. Exactly. And that be my hope. When I'm sitting on my mind, like, you all are embracing something who have stole your history and tore everything up. And then shortly after I got into that, I'm just going to flat out say it. Then they came with that homosexual thing. Now, hey, if that's what float a person's boat, that's your business, but I personally don't believe in it. And
right.
You put it like this. You know how that goes. Just like I said. You know how that goes. And I'm sitting here looking like, y'all are shooting me down because y'all wasn't looked upon by the Grand Lodge of England. I'm like, they don't run everything Masonic. As far as I am concerned. Now, would I go over to England and do something disrespectful to them? No, I would not. But I know how to look further than that because of what I have been taught and what you have been taught, and you know exactly when I'm saying that I'm telling the truth. And you know I'm telling the truth.
I'm gonna say this.
I done read books that's gonna be like, you know what? I have read books where as, oh man, it's gonna be some stuff. If I enlighten brothers on that, the first thing they're gonna say is, oh, y'all liars, or y'all are we bogus, or we making up. I'm like, I'm not making up anything.
Uh-huh.
So you gonna tell me? And I don't understand how brothers can say masonry didn't come from Africa. I'm just gonna say it just like this: where was King Solomon's temple at? It sure wasn't in Europe.
It sure wasn't in Europe. And I'm gonna say this here. I'm gonna say this here. I would tell any brother, I would say to any sister, when you're dealing with individuals, be cautious at all times. I don't care who they are. But I'm gonna say this on top of that. When I'm dealing with the others, I'm cautious 100% of the time. That's me.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
You're supposed. Oh man.
So
they said we're the ones who taught them. Who do they think navigated for Columbus to get to America?
Well,
the great founder of America. Oh my goodness. Ooh.
See, here's the thing. Until we're able to appreciate each other, we're gonna always have some issues. And a lot of us can't appreciate each other. See, I look at it like this here. If I can walk past a brother and don't lift him up or give him a hand up, then that says a lot about me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there's a lot of us who are homeless. There's a lot of us who don't know what tomorrow holds as far as, do I get a check? There's a lot of us in tough positions, be it black. But until we understand who we are as a people, we're going to always be at odds. I mean, if somebody came to me and said, you know Brother Jackson? I said, yes, I do. He did such and such. Okay. Do I throw Brother Jackson away? No, I'm not going to throw you away. You're my brother. And we've always thrown each other away. Look at our own history. Look at what we did to Bill Cosby. A lot of us threw his ass away. He did it. He did it. Okay. We're talking about something that happened 50 years ago. Some of us weren't even born. And they bringing him up on charges today. I'm just saying, this probably has nothing to do with masonry in a sense, but I'm just saying this is what we do to each other. We throw each other away. I'm not throwing none of my brothers or sisters away. I'm saying that we should be cautious of when the others come amongst us and want to just, you know, get involved. No.
Because, like you said, history has proven they've been known to kill, steal, and destroy.
I'll leave that where that's at. I'll leave it.
I don't really like to get like that because everybody be like, oh, then you're going to be in a racist radical. I'm like, it has something to do, just like you said. There's truth and there's fact.
There's truth and there's fact.
Proven as a fact.
Correct.
Point blank. Point blank. I mean, look at Africa once again.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Africa. Why do you want to destroy Africa so bad or take over Africa so bad? Something you talk so badly about, but yet you want it.
Right.
Come on now. I mean, come on, people. Stop it. But you know, dog, I'm gonna stay on the subject at hand here. But just like I said, that's a very. I like how you bring out a lot of points, especially in reference to John G. Jones, because by me being AFAM, and I just sometimes it just irks me to my core when some of these guys, they get on this self-righteous. If it ain't them, then everybody else wrong. They ain't this, that half the stuff they saying. I'm like, you don't even know half the stuff you're saying, because if you knew what it really meant, you wouldn't even say it.
Right.
Because like I said, when you look up the word clandestine in any Masonic publication, it don't say nothing about if you not Prince Hall, you clandestine. Then if that's the case, then everybody in the world clandestine unless you Prince Hall. That's
true. And let me tell you this here. I was a couple of weeks ago, I was in LA at Centennial Lodge number 7, which is a Hispanic lodge. And brother, if we friends on Facebook, you can go look at my Facebook page. And brother, we had a great time. We had a great time. So the unique thing I would tell any brothers, and sisters, the unique thing about this organization, it is that it is not limited to just us. It is worldwide. And people will say, well, you can't travel, Hawkins. I've heard that so many times. And I keep hearing what I can't do, and I keep doing the things that people tell me I can't do. Because just because you're a part of this group, there's another whole nother set of Freemasons over here. You know, there is, and that's the uniqueness of Freemasonry, bro. It is just as broad as East is from West, and it is just as deep as there. It's just that
That's
way.
what it's all about. Because it's like I said, sometimes I have to pull out my traveler's card out of my pocket. I'm like, I said, let me make sure I know I can read. This does say worldwide. It don't say you can go from 23rd Street to 15th Street, and that's anything outside of that you can't travel.
Right.
I say worldwide, and worldwide means that's me literally. Wherever I can go is where I'm going. Now,
right.
Brothers, if they will accept me, fine. If they won't, then hey, I know how to travel on. Keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they don't want to accept me for what they've been taught.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, that's why I was like, when I told somebody that, and it was like, well, that was, well, you couldn't come to my, like, well, hey, well, I'm like, well, brother, that's your loss. I'm sorry.
But see, when they tell me they can't come to, when a brother tells me I can't come to their lodge, I flip that. I said, well, you can come to mine. Oh, but you're clandestine. I said, well, how are you going to invite me to your lodge and you telling me I'm clandestine, but yet I offer you the same opportunity, but yet you can't come to mine? How much sense does that make? But hey, it is what it is, and I don't try to beat that dead horse. I let it be where it's at. And this is the important thing about traveling. This is what's important to Freemasons who really do the work. See, there's a lot of Masons who talk, but they don't do the work. And this is what I've said and I've learned in my time. You may have brothers who can't come to lodges, but that doesn't mean that they're not a brother. They may be financially well off to where they may be able to give you the money that you need to put on your program there. You may have brothers who can't pay their dues, but their time is what they have. Okay? So you have to be able to take those brothers who are able to give the time, who's able to give the finances, and make whatever is going on in your jurisdiction happens. Too many times we look for other people to do other things. No, Let me tell you a story here real quick. I don't know how many of you may have heard about the Black Women's Retreat. So there was a Black Women's Retreat about about a month or so ago. But the white ladies got mad because they couldn't come. My thing is why when we want to do something with us, why somebody else got to come? So yes, I am Black, ancient, free, and accepted Masons. You can take that or let it alone. And it's not saying that I don't respect nobody else for their craft. I didn't say that. I said specifically for me. I am Black, ancient, free, and accepted Mason. Some people may say, well, what does that mean? That means that I'm Black, period. I'm Hugh. I practice the ancient customs of free and accepted Masons. What does that mean? That means the ancient customs of Freemasonry says that you, brother, are able to travel in foreign countries and receive master wages as such. Now, if you be a Mason and you say, well, I don't recognize you as a Mason, you're just an individual. Masonry is bigger than you. That's the uniqueness. That's what I'm talking about.
That's it.
So people can all have that chatter in the background. And like brother, I don't even know if I should call him a brother or not. Traveling Man. Traveling Man lives in Detroit, if I'm not mistaken from what I read. And he's, from what I'm understanding, is the first Black Worshipful Master of his lodge. So he's probably mainstream. I don't know how true that is. That being said, one of the brothers on here said, congratulations, you're making history. We always make history. We're making history right now. History is being made every day. Why do I have to go there to make history? That's all I'm saying. Why I gotta go there to make history, and then you turn around, you flip that on me and say because you're there that I'm not right, my paperwork ain't right? Come on, man. You must be straight out of a comic book. Come on, you got too much cream or too much sugar in your coffee. I'm just saying. No, you're not gonna do that to me. Because I have too many brothers who are Prince Hall, Modern Free International. I have too many brothers that are part of the craft of Freemasonry to sit here and be ignorant and say, look, because you're this, I can't talk to you. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
That's crazy to me. Just like I said, I was like this. When we all come from the blue. In the blue, now, you have a whole lot of knowledge on a lot of things I don't even know about. But unless it's something I haven't read or studied yet, in the blue, whether you're PHA, whether you international, AM, whatever you choose, in the blue, I'm always under the impression everything is the same. When you in the blue lodge, now as you branch out and go your other ways, things may be a little different. But in the blue, everybody, the basics, everybody should be pretty much getting the same thing.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this here, brother. Like I said, I don't know whether I should call him a brother or not. He says that he's not from Detroit. Traveling Man said he's not from Detroit. That's my apology then. See, here, Traveling Man, let's have an understanding. I'm gonna tell you this. If I find out that I'm wrong, I can admit that I'm wrong. Most Masons should be able to admit when they're wrong when some new information is presented to them. Whether I like the information or not, I should be able to say, oh, okay, cool, I didn't know that. Oh, I was wrong on this part. But what happens is, when it comes to debating or when it comes to having a conversation, most Freemasons already drawn a line in the sand. So they're already blind to the fact that when new information is presented to them, be it on the other side, that they're not going to accept it anyway. This is why I'm willing to invite other Masons on the show. So if you got something that you want to share with me, cool. You may just change my mind because I see something different. But I'm going to tell you this here right now. You can show me whatever you want to show me. I ain't leaving.
I like that one.
And you can call me whatever you want to call me. I'm not going nowhere. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. Everything that I want to get, everything that I have, everything that I need as a Mason, I have found it within my own organization that I'm a part of. I have found it amongst my brothers. And when I say my brothers, I'm talking about those who I've visited, those who I've seen, I've had conversation with, those who accept me. I've found everything I need as a Mason amongst those individuals. Listen to what I said. I said everything that I have, everything that I got as far as being a Mason, I have gotten amongst the brothers who have accepted me as a Mason. Now that says a lot because there are some white brothers, there are some Mexican brothers, there are some Filipino brothers, there are some Chinese brothers that I know that have accepted me as a Mason. So other than that, why do I need to leave? Somebody talk back to me now. Somebody, come on, talk back to me. Somebody.
No, you're absolutely right because I'm going to talk back to you because you're absolutely right because that's what it's about and that's what it's founded upon. It ain't founded upon no color.
It's not. But we interject color into Freemasonry because
that's what messes it up.
Other people have said if they don't recognize you, then you're not a Mason. So if, I'm just saying, this is how it comes about. This is where color comes into play. So we know that the predominant mainstream Grand Lodges are predominantly white. We know that. Let's not be foolish about it. We know when you speak of ancient, free, and accepted Masons, you see me, 90% of the time, we know we're talking about a John G. Jones affiliation of Grand Lodges, that whole set. We also know that when a brother greets you, he says PHA most of the time. Okay? So we're talking about another set of predominantly African-American Masons or Grand Lodges. The ideal is that unless mainstream, as we call them, accept you as a Mason, then you're not.
Mm.
That's just what it is. That's the truth. And even they had to adjust their own constitution to say that they would recognize more the one Grand Lodge of state. And when I say that, that is to say this. In the constitution of most white Grand Lodges, they only recognize state Grand Lodges, period. But in order to recognize Prince Hall, and if you're a Prince Hall Mason, you can correct to recognize them. They had to adjust or make provisions in their constitution to say that they would recognize Prince Hall as a Grand Lodge in that state. Period. And I would say this, that there's more to that than just recognition.
Sure is, and you know what it is.
Okay, it's more to it than that. So look, who has the most money? Who has the beautiful buildings? I ain't lying. Them lodges that mainstream have is some beautiful lodges.
Man, them big old.
And I'm not saying and I'm not saying that Hall doesn't have pretty buildings. I'm not saying that Modern Free doesn't have them or PHO. I'm not saying that we don't have them. I'm just saying this. They have the means. They have the means. Let's just be real with it.
Point blank, man, we don't got it like that. They got them big old, what? I'm just using this as an example. Big old skinny cathedrals, man. What, 3-4 blocks long? Oh, this is just for masonry. And for every room, they got a certain particular something they may use it for. Big old castle-looking cathedrals.
Well, they do. And you know what? I'm not mad. As a matter of fact, I'm very happy that they do. But I understand that's what you call old money. Because just like any other organization, they are also losing membership. Let's just be real with that.
Yep. Because I'm still trying to get on that thing when they was talking all of that. But this was overseas in the good old Grand Lodge of England. They was talking. This was just a few months ago. You can look it up. It's somewhere on the internet. I can't exactly where it was. They was saying something about this. Like I said, that homosexual thing.
Right.
And I was sitting here looking like, well, I was told over here in the United States down there, everybody got their own thing, whatever floats your boat. But that don't fly with us. You got to be a man to be with us.
Okay, so
a real man.
So I'm gonna change the subject. I'm gonna talk about mainstream Freemasonry being ABC, CBS, NBC. That's mainstream television. Am I right?
Right. Correct.
So let's look at mainstream Freemasonry as ABC, CBS, and NBC. Right.
I get where you're going with this.
And then I'm gonna look at Prince Hall as being CNN. CNN. All right? All right? Now, on mainstream television, you can get all of the programming. You can get everything. I mean, it's all there. Right?
Right, correct.
On CNN, you can get all the news. You can get everything that's coming up. You can get all of that on there too, as far as news is concerned. That's what I'm looking at, right? And then I'm looking at cable television. How many cable television stations you probably have? Maybe 150, 200, whatever. You just got cable television, right? So I'm gonna break this down. So mainstream is mainstream masonry is ABC, CBS, NBC. I think I've lost him. His phone dropped. So he'll call back. So when I see that, I'm just trying to say in cable television, you have everything. See, Ancient Free and Accepted Masons is like cable television, baby. It's a lot of channels. I'm just saying. And when I think of my brothers of the Ancient Free and Accepted Masons, I think of cable television. It's a lot of us. And we got a lot of different channels. But it's all cable. I'm just saying. I mean, some people, that brother lost his mind. What is he? No, I mean, literally, when you think about it just for a minute and follow me. I'm just saying. I lost Brother Jackson. Hopefully he'll be able to call back in. It's still pretty early. Look, we've been on here about 1:45. I'm not gonna hold anybody long. I thought that my brother was gonna call in, but apparently he got caught up and not able to call back in. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna give him a call, let him know I'm about to go off the show. It's about 8:16 on the West Coast, and it's all good. It's been a great night, brother Terrell Morgan. Brother, I appreciate you, brother Morgan. I really do. Hold on, brother Morgan. Wait just a second, because brother, I appreciate brother. I appreciate brother Morgan. Let me tell you what happened days ago. So I was on the Prince Hall. Let me see. I think it's brother Morgan. If you're watching that Facebook page I was on, it's called "The Lies of Prince Hall: Ancient York Rite Freemasonry," something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Well, anyway, I posted in this group, and I invited people to come on. I think I said this earlier in the show. And brothers, let me tell you, it got crazy when I did that. I think I walked into the beehive and them bees came out, bruh. Them bees came out. They was from everywhere. And I was like, oh my goodness. But it was fun though. It was fun. I had a great time, you know. And this is where I understood the traveling man is known. I found out that his other name, he said, well, you know what? I invited, but he declined. Brother Traveler, you never declined. You never answered and said that you would not come on the show. You did not say that. You only said that when I posted in the group. You never said, Brother Hawkins, Tony Hawkins, Clandestine Hawkins, whatever you want to call me, you never said that you would not come on the show. You said in the group that you declined. But I can tell you, sir, if you can post it and I'm wrong, I would say I'm wrong. You never said you declined. You didn't say that until I was on that group page and you said that you stated that you declined to come on the show. That's what you said in the group. But on here, you never declined. And I've invited you to come on the show, Traveling Man, because you type a lot, but you won't come on the show and actually speak on it. There's a difference. Oh, those cable shows was all formed legitimately. According to who? According to the FCC? So the FCC is like the Grand Lodge, is like the United Grand Lodge of England, huh? He said all those cable shows was formed legitimacy. Look, bruh, you have no idea in regards to how my Grand Lodge was formed because you never asked me how my Grand Lodge was formed. You never asked me at all. So with that being said, I let it be where it's at. You know, until you're willing to come on the show, you can type all day long, bruh. It doesn't do anything for me. You know, if you want to have a conversation, let's have a conversation. But until then, you can type until your fingers fall off. Brother Terrell, yeah, I was just trying to get a debate going that's all educational. Absolutely. And you asked a question in regards to amenity. And I'm going to say this. Grand lodges that recognize another Grand Lodge may not recognize the other Grand Lodge. Like you have three, let's say you got three Grand Lodges, A, B, and C. Grand Lodge A can recognize Grand Lodge C. Grand Lodge B can recognize Grand Lodge A. But Grand Lodge B doesn't recognize C. If you can follow that strategy, this is amenity amongst Grand Lodges. And it's for visitation purposes. That's all paperwork. That's all political. That's all that is. But outside of that, it's Freemasonry. Freemasonry is outside of your lodge. See, your lodge works up under a Grand Lodge, right? But when you leave your lodge, you are an individual Freemason. If you find yourself in situations and circumstances, and you do what you do, and a brother pulls over, and he offers you aid and assistance to get you going where you need to go, then you go. Hello?
Brother Hawk,
Yeah.
man, this brother Walker from North Carolina.
Okay, Brother Walker, I'm going to give you a number to call in on, okay?
Okay, I ain't got but a few things to say, but okay, hold on, let me go get my opinion right quick.
All right. So if you're going to call into the show tonight, if you're going to call in tonight, the number you're going to call in to is going to be 619.
Hold on, let me get my pen, Brother Hawk.
Get your stuff, bro.
Because I don't mind calling in, and I'm, you know, they killing me tonight.
No, you don't want nobody to do that to you, bro. You don't want nobody to do that to you.
What's the number?
The number for the call in tonight is 619-286-0642 is the call in number tonight.
Okay, I'm about to call right now.
When you go ahead and make the call right now.
Okay.
All right. All right, I think we're going to have another call. That's going to be Brother Walker from North Carolina is calling into the show tonight. So, okay, it says, Traveler Man, Tony Hawkins, I posted the screenshot of the decline. I didn't see a decline. I'm going to be honest with you. I did not see where you said you declined for the show on this page here. I saw that you said you declined when we was on the Facebook page. You said you declined on the Facebook page. I didn't see the decline in the page, and I'm honest about it. I didn't. But if you did, and you post that and show it to me, hey, I owe you an apology. I'm cool with that. I am. But tell me this here, Traveling Man. You can come on here and post, but you decline to actually call in. Why? I'm just saying, why? I'm out of soda. I'm done. Man, I've been here almost 2 hours. If Brother Man don't hurry up and call in. Hey, bro, what's happening?
What's going on, Brother Hawk?
Nothing much. Talk to me.
I got to cut my computer down. You know, I'm going to just jump right into it. The last time me and you talked, you know, I was on your show, you told me not to be the dead horse. But it seemed like this horse came back up and reared its head again.
Brother, tonight's show is about heroes of the ancient free and accepted Masons. But go ahead. You can go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
They just keep rearing their head up. And I was going to leave it alone because I was, you know, you touched on a lot of good people. And, you know, we got sidetracked by the traveling man.
Right.
That I've been trying to teach, and it's like after you get to a certain amount of characters, it just bored your whole text, and you have to start over. So that's why I called. That's why I texted the last time on your cell phone.
Okay.
One of the things that you touched on about traveling is this.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, they used to do a whole bunch of traveling and meeting face to face. And as me and as ancient free and accepted, we do a lot of traveling face to face. So we haven't really been on Facebook and been paying attention to a whole lot of what's been going on. But for the last 24 months, you've been the only person that really has put ancient free and accepted Black Masons on the map. So I'm going to applaud you for that, because you're one of the heroes that should be put into the 21st century.
Well, I appreciate that.
Let's just mark that right there. But for the rest of them, it's like at the end of the day, until you can go out of state, until you can go out the country and start to meet people that speak different languages,
Mm-hmm.
that know what those three great lights are, and can sit back and have a conversation with them and get invited to where they are and invite them to where you are, then you haven't experienced masonry.
Ooh, okay.
So the same way that we say to be protected and be cautious about who we are around when we're around the enemies of Masons, the ones that speak this bogus stuff, that don't have the proper education, that haven't been traveling to know what Masonry is, you are bogus because you haven't been traveling. So you the ones that we should be cautious around. It shouldn't be our brothers that open up their doors and open up their arms and say, well, brother, come on in. Because I read I saw where you said that you had a PHA brother that stopped and saw a brother on the side of the road and asked him what his district was and left the guy and his daughter on the side of the road.
That's a true story.
But the first thing about Freemasonry is this, that we are supposed to circumscribe around all mankind, not just Masons, but Masons above other brothers, but amongst mankind.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about the beehive and you sit back and think about what that is and how we should build a community like a beehive and continue to uplift our communities and stand in the gap for our communities. Whether you're a Mason or not, if you leave a man on the side of the road with his daughter, you ain't even a Mason nor a man. You a coward.
Right.
You a coward. You don't deserve the right to wear the three great lights. So again, we should go back to what our black balls tell us and start excommunicating these people and not worry about our numbers.
Well, you're on to something, bro. You're on to something. The process is, and I would say the process is for black men, first of all, need to understand that we're in the same boat. I don't care what your jurisdiction is. We're all in the same boat. Even if you make more money than the next person.
Hawkins, let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
If me and you both black men, right?
Yes.
We shooting for the same black things. And we shooting for the same things in our community. That's what make us in the same boat. But when I take my letters above my people, we not in the same boat.
Woo!
So we got to start to understand that these guys that's PHA, PHO, whether you AF and AM or whatever, bottom free, international, whatever, if you're not trying to bring the people together, uplift us as a people. When I say people, don't get it mistaken. I'm not talking about just black. I'm talking about black, white, Asian, whatever creed, color, whatever you come from.
Right.
Because it's the fraternity of brothers. So if that's not what you're doing, you don't have the right to wear any letters that you have on, and you have been completely misguided if you holding yourself by a form of paperwork.
Right.
Because again, regardless, like you said, back in the day, 17, 18, 16, 15, 14, early 1900s, when we was on boats and we was traveling, everybody didn't have a piece of paper.
Sure did.
I've seen hunting license for niggas.
Woo! I saw that too.
I've seen ownership papers for niggas. So yeah, you gonna ask me for my dues card? Tell me where the dues card came from. Because a lot of guys that wear these emblems, like you said about the 33rd, because I watched that video. Like you said about that, if you can't really have a dialogue with me, I don't want to know where you hail from. Because I don't know what your teachings are where you hail from. You might not look at me like a brother after you find out what my jurisdiction is. So if that's what bonds you to Freemasonry, if you feel like you're better than me, then I don't want you as a brother. The stats decide you cannot recognize me.
Whoa.
And I'm from North Carolina. I'm right now where I live at. It's a whole bunch of Prince Hall guys down here. But like I said in my comment, as long as you know what you're supposed to know, when you talk to half of them, 85% of the population ain't even active. So it's about the education, not of just being a black man or a man, but an education of Freemasonry. Because at the same time, we all said an obligation to conform to Freemasonry. Not that Freemasonry would conform to our opinion of what a Mason is.
Yeah, you broke that down right there.
Don't say what a Mason is because you don't know, because you ain't been to another country. You ain't been where somebody don't speak your language, but because of what you got on, they let you in their house, they feed you, they clothe you, they give you drink. But I've seen that from Lebanon, Jerusalem, and Romania. So for all these guys that praise their Grand Lodge, what is your Grand Lodge doing out of state? What is your Grand Lodge doing to the next state? Damn, breaking up the white man, just breaking up our people. So if you're going to sit back and just hold your own and say, well, I'm PHA, so I ain't going to talk to y'all. Well, then don't talk to us. But at the same time, don't ride the coattails of what John G. Jones did. Don't ride them coattails, because if that's the case, turn in your envelopes, turn in all your Shriner paraphernalia, because he was the only one, from what I record, that had the patent to make more nobles. So if that ain't what you read, then don't believe it. Send your shit back. Push it back, sit on the side, take your 3 degrees and sit your ass down.
Oh, Brother Walker.
I hate to say it,
Oh, brother.
all the time we sit back and we have this debate back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But if you go back and you read the lineage of where everything come from, John G. Jones had the only patent in the United States to make nobles. So whether it was Prince Hall or white nobles, everybody ass is bogus if they don't want to fall up under John G. Jones. But they don't want to read that history. It's more than just the southern and western jurisdiction. They tried to write out the whole northern jurisdiction, but they don't want to look that far, because if they look that far, they'll see where their own fake character falls. Yet instead, you want to judge AF and AM. AF and AM gonna be here just like international, just like modern free, just like PHA, just like PHO. So at the end of the day, sit back. We all black. Whether we introduce a Mexican, a foreigner, or whatever, that's what we decide to do. If you disagree with it, fall back, because masonry ain't for you.
Brother Walker.
I hate to sound with so much aggression in my voice, but I've been sitting back and there's so much to text. I'd rather just make a phone call.
Brother Walker, you can't, bro. I didn't expect for you to come with some fire like that. I think Brother Lewis said, I just seen Brother Lewis say, you came with that hot fire, bro. You hot. And it's okay. I mean, literally, it's okay. I mean,
it's like you said, when you're passionate about the craft, it ain't about AF and AM. It ain't about black and white. It's about Freemasonry. It's about building up the communities, set by set, state by state. And that's what these brothers did. You want to bash a brother John G. Jones for going out of the country to make Masonic ties with the United States and other countries. You want to bash him for that. You want to kick him out for that, because you put aside everybody else, because you made a decree not to only be recognized by yourself. That's your closed-mindedness. But if you look at the date, AF and AM, John G. Jones pushed past that way before you decided to be selfish enough to say, we're going to kick you out for building a bridge. That's what the fuck masonry is about. And if you disagree with that, get off the station. Like he said, we AF and AM unapologetic. We ain't sorry for nothing that we did. We ain't sorry for nowhere where we going. If we step on your toes, slide your feet back, because AF and AM and Freemasonry still gonna march through. So if you PHA, PHO, or United Grand Indian, wherever you decide to come from, when you come for us, know your history first. Because a lot of us is out here studying, we welcome and open your arms, but if you don't accept Freemasonry, if you don't accept us, we're gonna walk over you.
Whoa. Okay. All right. That was a whole. Oh, you know what? I don't even know what to say after that. I don't know where to go with it. I don't know where to go with it. Sometimes you have to just shut the damn front door.
You told me when I came on your show the first time, you told me that you didn't want to be the dead horse. And I told you that if it was brothers out here that was looking for information, that it's worth beating a dead horse. And the night showed me from reading the comments that it's a lot of brothers out here that's misunderstood, not about PHA and PHO and AF and AM, but they misunderstood about what Freemasonry is all about. So if you join the craft to say that you're better than somebody else, or that you join the craft to say that you're better than the next black man, then you in the wrong spot, bro. You in the wrong spot. Because like Brother Hawkins said, it's about building up a community. It's about building up a fraternity. We're here to make good men better. So if it ain't in your heart to be a good man and really travel and learn the science of Freemasonry, then stand aside, because you got some young boys that's trying to come in that can be taught the right way. Because we're not trying to be prejudiced. We're not trying to be racist. And if you want to check paperwork, do enough research. Go back and find out the real paperwork on Print Paul. Find out the real paperwork and be man enough to come back and say that, yeah, I found out that he was first 4 level. Yeah, that there was a bamboozle going on. Because if you in the United States of America, damn near every state, whether white or black, has some type of discrepancy
That is a fact. That right there, Brother Walker, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Spend this $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $800 like we spend it to find out. Don't just tote these 3 lights on your chest. Don't just throw them on your head or on your ring. Because when you run across Brother Walker down here in North Carolina and you check me, just know I'm going to pull you out there in that water. I'm going to pull you out there because I want to know what you know. Because if you ain't been educated, it's my job to bring you to life. So for these PHA, these PHO, these guys that want to say that AF and AM won't hear in the beginning, initially, we was here. So find out where modern comes from. Because modern came from AF and AM. If you look back through the research, you will find out that AF and AM was first. That modern came second when they started trying to change the ritual. That's where all of us meeting in the lodge come from. So go back and check your research. Go back and check your paperwork. Don't be a do-boy and just listen to what Master tells you. Y'all want to talk about AF and AM, wanting to listen to a white man. We ain't listened to a white man in a long time because we know where the true history of Freemasonry come from. But when you listen at PHA, PHO, they get their whole credibility off of what a white man tell them they are.
Okay.
So
I'm going to say this here. Traveling, I'm gonna say this here, person, the traveling man, and I see that he's still online. I'm gonna say no, Brother Walker. Brother Walker.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, don't go nowhere right now. I'm gonna say this to traveling man. The next person that calls another man a clandestine Mason on this page, I'm just gonna block you from the page. Period. There will be none of that on this page. There will be calling nobody clandestine on this page. Period. We don't get down like that. In the next video, the next comment that comes up calling somebody else clandestine, when I go back through, I'm just going to block you. Period. There will be no calling in from various jurisdictions clandestine. None of that. I just want some clarification on that, all right?
Brother Hawkins, I tried to send you a picture, and it wouldn't let it go through for some reason. And I'm gonna try to send it to you later. Maybe you can post it up.
Okay.
It's a picture of me with the Grand Master of Romania, with the Grand Master of Lebanon. I got a picture of the Grand Master of Jerusalem that spoke at our biannual session. This August in Cary, North Carolina. That's what I was texting you about. But they don't make me who I am.
Uh-huh.
You understand what I'm saying? But that shows me that I can go to Lebanon. That shows me that I can go to Romania. You know what I'm saying? That shows me that I can go to Jerusalem. I talked to a brother from Lebanon that had a translator to understand what I was saying.
Right.
Because of the 3 great lights that I possess, he knew that I had the same knowledge and that I traveled down the same roads that he had. That's what made it beneficial. You understand what I'm saying? And they invited me, not just me, but they invited every brother that was listening to them, to Jerusalem, to Lebanon, to Romania.
So I'm gonna say this here. Don't go nowhere, Brother Walker. Traveling man, you to me right now are not carrying yourself as a Mason. So you either gonna kick rocks and leave the page, or I'm gonna block you from the page. Everybody on this page is to be respected as a sister of the Order of the Eastern Star, regardless of their jurisdiction, and as a Mason, regardless of their jurisdiction. If you don't like it, please leave. Now, your question to me was at Tony Hawkins. How do you invite real Masons? To me, I don't know you as a Mason. That's number one. On the show, then try to decline what can and can't be said. It's my show, so I can decline what can and can't be said, but I try to be fair and open-minded. But when you get on this show and you're posting that who's clandestine, that doesn't go well here. That doesn't set well here. That's not how we do it here. Now, if you consider yourself to be a Mason, then respect everyone's opinion, respect everyone's jurisdiction. That's how it's done here. If you don't like it, you go back over to Prince Hall Think Tank and you stay over there. But over here, you will be blocked. That's how we do it, traveling man. Okay?
You know, ask them when they read their books, when they read their ritual books, ask them on what page. I just want to know what page it says, what jurisdictions, what charters are recognized, what charters are not.
Well,
because
go ahead.
Because this is my thing. If that's in your charter, if that's in your ritual book, if that's in your book to say what charters and what districts you recognize, then my question is this: if those are the only jurisdictions that you recognize, how did you become in existence? Ask that question. How did you become in existence? Number one, and number two, why is it that these are the only ones that you recognize and that recognize you when you got a fraternity that's international? That's international. So you cutting your own people off with your closed-mindedness. You cut your own people off. If I only say that, well, in North Carolina, we only recognize North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Okay, well then, where did Virginia get their recognition from? How did they start? Where did South Carolina get their start? Where did North Carolina get their start? Somebody had to recognize them. And if you got your recognition from Virginia and South Carolina, then who recognized South Carolina and Virginia for them to get people to be able to recognize you? You got to ask yourself that question. But you
right.
put yourself to a jurisdiction. Let's be for real about this. You ain't learned the customs of what Freemasonry really is.
Right.
You went through your first, your second, and your third. You said, well, now I'm PhD. I'm better than everybody else. If that's how you feel, brother, that's how you feel. But just like I said in one of my earlier comments, how long have you been traveling? Because you could travel 30 years and just go to your lodge meetings and your grand lodge meetings and your homeboy lodge down the road. But until you get out here and start traveling from state to state and find out that everybody ain't Prince Hall, and find out that you got some guys that from Pakistan and Japan and from everywhere that don't speak the same language, and some that do. And they make their ritual books may be a little different than yours, but that don't make them no less of a Mason. So until you can understand that, you can't understand Freemasonry. But you get that new book with all the words left out, and you got to get another book, and then your worshipful master got to teach you what the book say. That's blind leadership. That's blind leadership. If I can't give you a book that's gonna really enlighten you, if I can't take you to another state and start to introduce you to other brothers that might not be Prince Hall, that might not be AS and AM, AS, whatever the letters are. If I can't take you to another state or another country, or I can't take you an hour and a half down the road from the city that we live in and introduce you to some other brothers, then I ain't traveling.
Ooh, now that's true.
Traveling. But if I can go right around the corner, 10 minutes up the road, not take you 5 minutes down the block, these are all my homeboys. We all grew up together, so yeah, we gonna all tell the same lie.
And I'm gonna say this.
Lie.
I'm gonna say this here. And everything you said, I can agree with. With these additions, and this is the traveling man. He stated, so you expect to have a debate and not hear the word. It's how the word is applied. If the word is applied to a brother who's a Mason under his jurisdiction initiated, passed, and raised him, he's a Mason. Whether you accept that or not, that's on you. But I will not be calling him clandestine because somebody don't recognize him. I won't do that.
This is the funny thing about it. I hate to cut it off. This is the funny thing about it. The brother that say he a traveling man might not never leave his state. He's the guy that wear a Masonic hat and never go up and speak to a brother that's white, that never go up and greet a brother that's Hispanic. If he don't see PHA, then he sit back because how to approach that brother because he's only been taught to approach PHA. So that's the type of mentality that they have. So they close in to their little box, and that's all they understand. But again, if they look at their history, why are you worried about what AF and AM doing? Why are you worried about what International doing? Why are you worried about what Modern Free doing? Why are you worried about what the United Grand Lodge of England is even doing? We all already made a proclamation that y'all won't gonna be governed or recognized by anybody but PHA. So if that's the case, get your ass in your little box, shut the doors, close the windows, and push everybody else out. Don't worry about what everybody else doing. Don't worry about whether or not we recognize. Don't worry about who United Grand Lodge of England recognized. Don't worry about who Romania is. Don't worry about who Scottish is. Don't worry about none of that. Just worry about PHA.
Well, Traveler Man, I don't know if he's a PHA Mason or not. He may be considered mainstream because I don't know. He probably posted in here that he was whatever. But I'm going to say this here to him one more time. And I'm going to drop it because it seems like he's trying to take the show. You know, he wants to interject himself into the show. And in the process, he's posting. But he won't call in. So I'm going to say this to you.
If he ain't going to call, don't even give him no energy. If he ain't going to call in, don't give him no energy, brother. This for everybody that's now.
Right. And I'm going to say this here. Brother Vincent Gilmore said it. He closed the door on this here. And I'm going to leave it alone. Brother Vincent said, just because I can't come to your lodge makes me no less of a man or a Mason than you if you are adhering to the tenets of Freemasonry. And then somebody said that it's a funny thing about walls. They do two things. They keep you in and keep other people out. Summarize that, but that's the logistics of what he said. I was trying to find that post again, but you know, it is what it is. So we're gonna keep it moving tonight. And I just want to send a big shout out to all the brothers of the craft, all the sisters of the order. We've been on here 2 hours and 17 minutes. It must have been one hell of a show. I mean, I was waiting on the Grand Master of the Universe to call in. I don't know what happened to him or where he was coming from. I hope everything is all right with Brother Willie Yance from the Most Wishful Sons of Light, Grand Lodge, State of California, Ancient Free and Accepted Mason. He is indeed my brother, and I appreciate him and his Grand Master, Omar Scarf. You know, they doing things here in California, and I can appreciate them. And to the brothers who called in, Brother Jackson, I don't know what happened to your call. It dropped. And to Brother Walker, who's on the line tonight, I appreciate you calling in. And like, this show is open, but this show is a respectful show of all jurisdictions. Let's have some clarity on that. We're here to learn. We're here to look at masonry for what it is and to be clear and honest with each other. And like I said a few videos ago, Brother Walker, I want to get back to really just getting into Freemasonry. So that's going to be my thing for the up and coming year, is really teaching on Freemasonry and what it's and how it affects our daily lives. And also on my next video, if everything goes well, I'm going to share my altar with people. I'm not a Christian. I'm just going to put it out there so those don't get it twisted. I'm not a Christian, so I don't want nobody. Brother, why are you laughing, Brother Walker?
I was just laughing because I just think about how closed-minded people are, and they feel like if you were Mason, you were Christian.
Well, some people believe that. Some people believe that you have to be a Christian and to be a Freemason, and that's not true.
No, but again, it just goes back to what you are supposed to know, being a brother.
Right.
It just ends up leading you right back to that wall. All that negativity and all this stuff that you the stuff that you taught. But until you get out and start to move around in the world, you're not gonna know what Freemasonry is. That's just what bothers me so bad.
Well, I'm gonna say this here, bro. You have experienced the mere fact of other jurisdictions, foreign jurisdictions, visiting your Grand Lodge. You have that experience. A lot of people won't get that experience. They won't get their experience of a foreign grand dignitary coming to their jurisdiction. They won't get it.
But you know what I realized in my traveling?
What's that?
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna just be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm gonna speak for me. When I first joined, right?
Uh-huh.
And I got my third degree. I got what I supposed to have to be able to really explore and ask questions, right?
Uh-huh.
I didn't get a lot of questions answered.
Okay.
Me and you talked about this before. I didn't get a lot of questions answered.
Uh-huh.
But the thing about Freemasonry is I'm not held responsible for what act.
Woo!
We are supposed to be trying to enlighten ourselves. This fraternity is supposed to be for one to self-reflect on who they are as a human being.
Uh-huh.
Until we come into the understanding that we are striving to make our own self better, but through the fraternity opens us up to more people, more information, more understanding.
Mm-hmm.
But if I don't take advantage of what my fraternity has to offer, then I'm stuck closed-minded. So if you just got what you supposed to have in the last couple of months or whatever, and you tuning in to Brother Hawkins' show, then a lot of this stuff is going to be over your head. But like Brother Hawkins said, it's the responsibility of your Blue Lodge and your Grand Lodge to give you the proper education.
Right, it is.
But in a lot of states, I'm going to just be honest, in a lot of states, that's not what's happening. So brothers are benefiting from your show. Brothers are benefiting. They getting a lot of benefit from the think tank. They getting a lot of benefit from the Masonic Roundtable, because I've looked at all of them.
Right.
But until you meet the right people or you read the right book, then you're not going to be exposed to the right information.
Ooh.
So with that being said, as you start to travel, if you have not been pushed to go outside of the box of what just your Blue Lodge is law or what your Grand Lodge say is law, then you have not traveled yet. You are not yet a traveling man. You are at the stage where you can travel, but you just have not taken that step off the porch yet, as most people say.
So I'm gonna say this here. So they have taken. So Traveler Man went over to. It kept popping up on my feed, and I wasn't paying no attention to it. It's funny though. He goes over to this Facebook page and starts saying that I said that he's trying to take over the show. It's not that you're trying to take over the show, Traveler Man. Let's have some clarity. You're interjecting yourself into the show, huh?
I'm gonna cut y'all. Don't even pay that no mind.
Oh, okay.
You know
Okay.
why I say that?
Okay. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. I got you.
Because everybody that's tuned in to your show right now know the truth. They know the truth.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
yeah, all these other shows, they call in, they've already briefed the person that they gonna call on what they gonna talk about, what questions they gonna ask, what they gonna do. This, that, and that. They've already done that. But for him to leave your show instead of calling in, just like I did, I sent you a text. And then I just said, you know what? I'm going to just call him. I'm going to just call Brother Hawkins.
Yeah.
His number from the last time I talked to him. So I just called in, and you answered the phone. So that's what you call live. That's live. For him to leave your show and go to Facebook and say, oh, he said this, he said that. Why not send out on Facebook, go to Brother Hawkins, John G. Jones, Unapologetic, and find out what's going on, because I'm on this live call with him. If y'all don't know what I know, and if y'all know more than what I know, he'll actually talk to you. Because when I first ran across your show, I told one of my brothers, and I think he's still listening right now. I told him, man, Brother Hawkins, I said, I'm going to call this guy, because it's the only guy I see that's AF and AM that I actually talk about the stuff that I'm passionate about.
Right.
I'm gonna call him and see what happened. And you probably don't remember this, but I sent you a text message. you called me back. You said, well, brother, I'm at a session right now. You said, but what's up? What's going on? Because we actually on break. I said, well, don't worry about it. I said, I just wanted to call and let you know I'm Brother Walker from North Carolina, and I like your show, and I'll call you back whenever you're free. And then I called you back probably about a week ago, and I said, hey, Brother Hawkins, this is Brother Walker from North Carolina. And you said, hey, what you want to talk about, we can do it tonight. And I called about a couple of days ago, and me and you talked on Prince Hall and AF and AM.
Right. Okay.
And I said, when you have your live feed, it don't never let me know. And you said, well, I'm going to check on that. And tonight, just so happened, I don't know if you did something special, but just so happened, I caught the live feed, and I said, well, let me see what he's talking about tonight. I just been looking at the comment, and I would comment, and you would skip my comment and talk about what the next person said. Let me send him this in a text message. And that's what the text message said. And then as I noticed that the brother that was supposed to call, he didn't call me. I said, well, you know what? I'm going to just call him.
Right.
So if you PHA or PHO, don't go to Facebook and say, well, Brother Hawkins, he said this, he said that. You can actually call in. And that's what these guys don't know. That's why I went through that whole little spiel. Because I don't want anybody to say, well, he blocked me. He didn't call me back. Or when I called, he didn't answer. Because you actually do.
Well, I try to be honest with you. I try to, like with anything else, we all get busy in life. But the ideal is to really push the issue. If you're going to be a part of the show, if you want to call in, if you want to talk masonry, we can do that. I mean, and this is what this whole program is about. This is why we have the John G. Jones Masonic Research Lodge number 147. This is why it was established, because we saw that there was nothing out there in regards to the positive aspect of Jones and those other members who was with Jones at that time. And we figured, well, we if we don't do it for us, who will?
I'm gonna say this, Brother Hawkins. The same thing that you're saying, I've been saying for the last 3-4 years. I appreciate what you're doing, and like I said, if I catch it live or if I have to go back and catch it after the air, then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna listen at what you say. And for the brothers from North Carolina that know me, for the brothers at DC that know me, they know that I'm gonna speak how I feel, that I have a lot of respect for. And tonight's topic was AF and AM brothers that we consider to be, I guess, heroes,
right,
or fire starters, or whatever label you want to put on it. But I must say that you have to put your name up there. And I know that a lot of people try to be humble and different things like that, but honestly, you are constantly making history for the Black AF and AM side of Freemasonry. And I hate to say it as far as just designating black, but I have to say that you are one of the first forerunners that I have seen that are on social media that are doing what you're doing. Because I honestly look. And if you have a lot of research, but you're not a Mason, if you have a lot of research, but you was a Mason and now you're not, and this, that, and the third, I applaud you for the research that you have done. But if you are not active in your lodge, if you are not active in your grand lodge, no disrespect, like I said, to the brothers that have done research, but for what you are doing, you are putting what we have as a craft out there.
Mm-hmm.
Because Prince Hall has a lot of stuff out there online. And I guess that's the game numbers and recognition and this and that. But the one thing that I will say about what you do, and I'm going to say what I like and what I dislike. What I like about AF and AM, about what you're doing, is that you are conversating and you are building bridges and you are bringing brothers from state to state together and letting them build relationships.
Uh-huh.
Prince Hall's standpoint is, whether it's AF and whether it's PHA or whether it's PHO, is to negate what AF and AM is doing, and they're starting to put out a lot of their personal information, because some things that are meant for the craft, for the public, is now made public by PHA because they want to prove their legitimacy. And that's not the way to prove your legitimacy. And that's one of the things that they look at when you look at the court case. The court case initially from John G. Jones and Prince Hall, it was put in front of the people that didn't know anything about Freemasonry.
Okay.
That's how Prince Hall won. But on the rebuttal, when we won, it was brought in by members of the fraternity.
Okay.
So my thing is, if you have to tell what the craft is to prove that you're a Mason to non-knowledgeable craftsmen, then that don't make sense. That's like teaching a fifth grader. That's like telling a fifth grader, "Oh, I got a master's degree," when a fifth grader has no idea what the hell a master's degree is.
Okay.
That's what you're doing when you PHA and you put it into the media. When you say, "Hey, I'm PHA, this is what I am, I'm a black Mason," because you're looking for the acceptance, like you said, from people that don't have the same skin color as we do. So because we have chosen the silent approach and say, "Well, we ain't gonna get into that. We ain't got nothing to prove. We gonna sit back." But they started blasting, and like you said earlier, that's why you have so much on the web, on internet about PHA. That's why you have so much about PHA, PHO. That's why you have so much of that, because they trying to prove to everybody that they can talk to that has ears and eyes to say, "Hey, we are legitimate. This is us. Let me show you what our ritual looks like. Let me show you what installation of offices looks like." That should be private. That should be private. But because they have to get the acceptance of everybody else, because that's what makes them who they are.
Right.
That's what brings the numbers. We might be small, but just like Barack Obama said, it's not how many ships you have, it's how you use the ships that you have. So for us, I don't have to have 75 lodges in North Carolina. If I got 3, 5, or 10 that have the right information, bring in the right brothers, that the brothers do the right thing, then we're going to have the correct knowledge to go overseas, to go out of state, and to come in state and build up the fraternity. But we lose focus because we say we got to build up the fraternity. But if we build up the community with the right teachings of what Masons should be as a man, then guess what? Every man that we bring up will have the attribute of a Mason, which means that he's eventually going to come into the Lord, because we have brought him up with the same attributes and the teachings of what a Mason is. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm following you quite well. But I'm gonna say this, because we're gonna get ready to close out. You know, it's about 2.5 hours in, and I appreciate everybody who's been tuning in and stayed with us tonight. And I appreciate you, Brother Walker, for coming on and just woo, you lit the fire tonight. I appreciate that. And I appreciate Brother Jackson, who tuned in first. I think his phone went dead. I appreciate him.
Yeah.
And, you know, to everybody that's out there, to the Sisters of the Order who's on tonight, you know, I appreciate everybody for coming on. And like I said, you know, when this show come on, and if you want to call in, I give you the number to call in. So I'm going to say this. Every Wednesday night, 7:00 p.m., there's a conference line. We have a conference line that we go on and we talk about the degree work as far as Masonry is concerned. When you come online, you need to announce what lodge you're from and jurisdiction you're from. And it's open. It's open to the craft, and it's for the craft only. And it's hosted by Brother Barry of Aries Lodge number 4 here in San Diego. He hosts that. And it's really about the craft and, you know, in his teachings. So, and that's every Wednesday, 7 o'clock. If you're free and you want to just call in and you have the conference line number, you can do that. But you have to announce where you're calling in from. That's the only way we're going to allow you to get on. And we keep it rolling like that. So, Brother Jackson, we're going to go ahead and sign off tonight. And I appreciate you. And definitely, you feel like you want to call in again, you can do that. You have the number. And to all the brothers and the sisters of the sisters of the order and brothers of the craft, as always, whatever you do, keep your light on and stay out them bushes. Until I meet you, until I greet you, God bless you. Assalamu alaikum, shalom, and peace. I'm out. Take care, Brother Walker.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Is this thing? No, it's still up. Wow, I'm still cooking. All right, there you go.